This is the Relevant Podcast.
It's Friday, December 17th, 2021, and it's the Relevant Podcast here in Orlando, where it's a balmy 79 degrees. I'm your host, Cameron Strang. Joining me from Loverland, Virginia, it's Jesse Carey.
Hello, hello.
From Austin, Texas, author, speaker, podcaster, Jamie Ivey.
Hey, guys.
And finally, he's back, the mogul, artist, producer from Nashville, Tennessee, Derek Miner.
Hey, I just want to say I really missed y'all, and I want to say thank y'all for coming out to the Relevant Derek Miner birthday special. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's going down. Happy birthday to me.
Is today your birthday right now?
No, my birthday is December 16th, so it's the
birthday week.
You know, but when you're black, you celebrate your birthday all week.
Now
it's an unwritten rule in black culture that your birth really it's 2 weeks because it's the week before the pregame and then it's the week, right? So to let you know, and I ain't trying to put my people out here, but you know, if somebody called off sick for a week, it's because it's birthday week. It's an actual
birthday week.
It's birthday week.
Derek, I know we've addressed this before of like receiving the combined Christmas birthday gift. I know we've discussed that before, and it's the burden of that growing up.
It's a painful thing.
But, you know, knowing that, you know, for you in particular, the birthday celebration extends beyond just the day of your birth. It is really I feel like you got to bookend it with weeks, like the week or the week before and the week after are all part of the celebration. It's like the build up and then kind of the coming down and getting ready for the next year. Just be honest right now. Just lay this out because I'm looking at your background right now, and I don't see anything Christmassy back there. No. Do you have resentment for the
put a garland around the
string of lights? String of lights.
First of all, I'm not putting no Christmas lights up in my studio. That's number one. Number two, I'm gonna be real. Like this time of year, for me, you know what it is? It's being broke because. My wife's birthday is in October. My oldest son's birthday is in November.
Y'all did not plan this out well.
Then you have the holidays, right? Then
you got Jesus getting born here.
Right. You got Jesus
throwing another curveball in.
You got Hanukkah. You got Kwanzaa. You got all that. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of it, to add a beautiful, lovely insult to injury, but it's a beautiful. It is when my youngest son was born on my birthday. So
you share a birthday with one of your kids.
Yes. Well, actually, I was supposed to share a birthday with both of them. Nolan just came a month early, exactly.
What?
So we would have all been born on the same day. But Nolan's a month. He came a month earlier. So yeah.
I always feel sorry for parents who that happens to, like you, because you know we all love our kids. Like, listen, they're gifts. They are joy. They are like God's precious things He's entrusted with us. But they take everything from us.
Everything.
And now they took your birthday.
They took my birthday.
You don't have a birthday anymore.
They took my birthday.
And they're encroaching on Jesus' birthday. So how do you like that, kids? Not only have you taken my birthday, this is serious encroachment on JC's. Okay? And we've already hashed it out, me and him, about this whole situation and had a good thing going. Now they're getting born right now, too. It's just complicating everything.
I'm just saying, I feel like it should be a national law that if your birthday is near Christmas, you can reprogram it to a different month. Like I could be like,
pick a new birthday.
June 16th. I'm June 16th. That's what it is. So I can get the full experience. But now my wife does a good job. She, you know, we celebrate, but
couples need to just calm down in March. You know what I'm saying? Just
hey, look, I was gonna keep it gangster with you. Those was post-tour babies. That's what that was. It's coming off the road in March. Missed you, baby.
That's funny. I was talking to a Jewish friend the other day. It was Hanukkah, a week or so ago. And I was just asking about what they do to celebrate Hanukkah and their family and stuff. And then I was talking about getting ready for Christmas with Cohen. And she's like, listen, if you need a Jewish auntie to sit your kid down and say that there ain't going to be presents this year, she's like, you guys get it all wrong. I said, well, I thought on Hanukkah, 8 days, I thought there was like a gift each day for the kids. And it's like a little gift and it builds up to the big gift. And she goes, no, that's an American thing. She's like, she's Israeli Jewish. So she's like, in Israel, Hanukkah is a religious, holy observance. It is not about obtaining gifts. And she's like, the American Jews a lot of times have kind of like co-opted Christmas traditions into it because the kids see the same commercials and they feel left out. So she's like, but listen, we just need to change the narrative here. These are holy, these are holy holidays. The focus should be on our faith, not on consumption. And we need to just like course correct. And I was like, hey, preach, go talk to my 12-year-old.
Then I could celebrate my birthday.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we do. We make it a holy thing, and then the presents are on your birthday. We should go crazy on birthdays to celebrate each other,
Here's the thing. That works in the Holy Land, okay? But here in the United States, religion is a little bit different. Our preachers wear very expensive sneakers. We celebrate our faith by flaunting our consumption and materialism, okay? We more take the three wise men route where we just roll up to the holiday with gold, whatever frankincense and myrrh is. Like, we're more their speed, okay?
Yeah. we like the Floyd Mayweather of religion. You know what I'm saying? We got the Rick Ross of religion. Just put up
like, is it really Jesus' birthday if you're not going into debt for a PS5? I don't know. These are questions. These are questions for smarter men than I. And,
All right. Well, you know what you could do to celebrate Christmas this year is go to the movies, because our guest today has a big movie coming out on Christmas Day. Our guest today is Zachary Levi. He is in the new Kurt Warner biopic. He plays Kurt Warner, by the way. And you may know him as Shazam. You may know him as Chuck. Zach, back in the day, back in like 2007, was on the cover of Relevant. So it's cool, kind of full circle. Zachary is actually in the brand new digital issue of Relevant, our winter issue released this week. And coming up on the show, we will tell you all about it. We're very excited. It is jam-packed full of A-list guests and amazing think pieces. I can't wait for you to hear more. You can check it out at relevantmagazine.com for free. And that's coming up later. We also have relevant news. And hey, stay tuned. If you heard last week's show, the question of the week, we got talking about, well, one of y'all wrote in named Sayers Tames Bears and talked about that she could predict all of our ice cream flavors, our favorite ice cream flavors. And we hit her up to come on the show this week and work and show us that magic. She, unfortunately, is a teacher and could not come on our recording time, but she recorded her predictions and sent it in. And so we'll see. That's coming up at the end of the show as well. What did you say, Jesse?
I said, with bad priorities, how hard is it to be like, hey, children, I'm with you every day for a solid day. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to take 5 minutes and call in and do some ice cream predictions. Like, is
she predicting my favorite ice cream?
Yeah. Yes. She has a gift. She said her secret talent that nobody gives her flowers for, but she thinks deserves some recognition, is that she has the ability that within a few minutes of meeting somebody, she can predict what their favorite ice cream flavor is.
And she's met us because she listens to us every week. She listens to
the show. She thinks she knows all of
my favorite ice cream. I'm gonna tell her.
We'll see.
I can't wait.
It's coming up later.
Know it.
All right. We'll move the show along. Stay tuned. Up next, it's Relevant News.
Santa, I missed you on the roof. I waited up to, but you missed me on your roof. But it's Christmas without you. It's without you. It's without you.
You're listening to Earl St. Clair. The song is Christmas Without You. That is a jam. It is on the new, a very relevant Christmas playlist available on Spotify. We have 4 of them. We have indie, unplugged, party, and hip hop. That is on the Party One Earl St. Clair Great track. Go check it out. It's one of our Christmas gift to you. Go over to Spotify and search up Relevant Christmas and you will find them there. Well, today's show is brought to you by UHSM. Are you tired of the rising costs of healthcare? We are, which is why we're excited to tell you about UHSM. Unite Health Share Ministries, or UHSM, is a Christian health sharing ministry that will put your health first. Health sharing is not insurance. The programs at UHSM are member-based fellowships where faithful people can take charge of their own health care. UHSM offers different programs to meet any and all of your needs. They also offer telehealth options so you can access health care at the touch of a button. For more information, head over to uhsm.org or contact a representative at 1-800-900-8476. Again, that's uhsm.org for more info or contact a rep at 800-900-8476. Okay, it's time for
Relevant News.
Please welcome to the show, Relevant Senior Editor Tyler Huckabee, covering the intersection of faith and culture. What's going on, Tyler?
Okay, lots going on this week. Lots of things that I thought we were going to talk about, but there was one thing that really took preeminence because, and I think actually a ton of you actually noted this on social media. They wanted to make sure, you all wanted to make sure that we were aware of this news, and we are aware of it. We're going to talk about it today, and that is the new trailer for an upcoming Nicolas Cage movie that we really do need to discuss in as much detail as we can get into in 10 minutes. Now, Jesse, I know you know what I'm talking about. Cameron, I know you know what I'm talking about.
Well,
Derek
you sent it to me yesterday.
I sent it to you, Cameron.
When I saw the Nick Cage movie trailer, I just rolled my eyes and he's like, you need to watch this. And
my son told me about this last night.
I cannot tell you how right he was. This is unbelievable.
Okay, I haven't seen it.
It's true. We're going to play a clip here, but in order to understand what's going on in this clip, I need to give you a little bit of background on this movie that is called The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. This movie stars Nicolas Cage as Nicolas Cage and Nicolas Cage. He is doing double duty, playing himself in two separate roles, both playing himself as modern day Nicolas Cage, and he is also playing a younger version of himself back when he was like the go-to, like Con Air, The Rock days, like, you know, Nick Cage at the bleeding edge of the box office, Nicolas Cage. And young Nicolas Cage is razzing modern day Nicolas Cage for being sort of washed up and not being, you know, as cool, right, as he used to be. And that is truly just the beginning of this movie. That is not scratched the surface of where this goes. Here's a brief clip. This is a brief clip from the trailer.
Starring Nicolas Cage.
Yes, let's go. I'm ready
Cage.
for it. I know it's
in a film about Nicolas Cage.
So this is we'll play a brief clip from the trailer. This is Nicolas Cage talking to Neil Patrick Harris, who I believe is also playing himself in this movie. Here's a clip.
Wow.
Nick, you've been living at the Sunset Tower for over a year.
They love having me there.
You owe them $600,000.
Okay, I'm gonna deal with all that, but I'm gonna get this next role. And when I do, all of that changes. Then I'm back.
Not that you went anywhere.
All
right. So the role that he's taking in this movie is he is going to meet a drug lord in Mexico who is offering him $1 million to come and hang out with him for a few days. And this drug lord is apparently a Nick Cage super fan who just wants to meet the guy. And things go very rapidly awry from there. You can go watch the full trailer. We obviously have it posted at relevantmagazine.com where we cover all late-breaking Nicolas Cage movies. And I was really thinking, as I was watching this, is there any other actor who would say, sure, I am down to play myself, making fun of my current self for being like over the hill and like losing my, I think Nick Cage might be the one and only actor who not only would want to, but is capable of reaching the depths of like spiritual and emotional honesty to fully inhabit the most difficult role he will ever play, which is obviously both himself and himself.
So this is not a biography
this is
movie. This is a movie.
No.
Yes.
Right. No.
Okay.
This is a
fictional movie. Got
well,
it.
as far as we know, it's fictional. Like he could like For all we know, Nicolas Cage did fly down to Mexico to hang out with the drug lord at some point in exchange for $1 million. We don't know.
That could have been one of those questions from that game we played a couple weeks ago.
It's entirely plausible that this is true. But I do. Okay, so I do feel like a little context for if listeners are reasonably new to this show. We did 2 fundraising stunts way back in the day. The first was I once subjected myself to 164 straight hours without a break listening to the Nickelback catalog on a loop to raise money for charity water. Mm-hmm. The next year we followed it up.
Made international news doing that too.
It was quite the experience.
He was playing it 24 hours a day. Even while he was sleeping, his wife kicked him out and made him sleep in the guest room because he was playing Nickelback all night. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I would wake up after being in a fever dream of Chad Kroeger misogyny.
Wow.
I would wake up at like 5 a.m. to start calling into morning radio stations across Canada and the United States to promote the challenge. That would go on for about 5 straight hours each morning of the week, because to Cameron's point, a lot of people were interested in what the psychological effects of that stunt would be. But anyway, it was a big success. We raised a lot of money for charity water. So the next year, we did Trapped in the Cage, where Cameron joined me along with listeners who would come and actually physically sit with us while we watch Nicolas Cage.
People flew down from Canada just to come sit and watch 24 hours of Nicolas Cage movies with us. Yeah,
and we just sat in a room and watched Nicolas Cage movies for 24 hours, trapped in the cage. So there were
so y'all didn't leave the room. You just had like snacks and just buckled down.
Yeah, we rented the movie theater popcorn machine, and we had snacks and stuff. Jesse and I were the only ones who lasted the full 24 hours. People, there was a big wave of people that left around 3 a.m. and another wave of people that showed up at like 7 a.m. I'll tell you that 5 a.m. Nicolas Cage window was rough.
I will say this though, props
you had to stay. You had to stay up the whole time.
Because we had webcams looking at us, so people could go into the live feed.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
People who were with us till 3 a.m. went home and got on the webcam feed just to keep us accountable, and then like. Man, it was rough. I was just there for moral support. I felt bad for Jesse having to do it by himself.
Well. So here's kind of my greater point, and this is the context. Like, when we did the Nicolas Cage one, I was not worried. Like, if it had gone like the same level of viral, and Nicolas Cage was asked about it, I was not concerned at the least that he would be offended or that he would think this is like making fun of him, because I feel like the thing about Nicolas Cage is, as crazy as his persona is, there's a degree of self-awareness to everything he does. And he does not, he doesn't appear to care about people kind of playfully poking fun or making light of the persona that he's cultivated over his career. He seems now to actually be sort of enjoying it. He'll show up to movie screenings. Like I remember he showed up to a movie screening of a Nicolas Cage movie marathon unannounced at the Alamo Draft House, walked to the front of the theater, and without prompting, read in its entirety Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven, and then just walked out of the back of the theater. Like, he just seems to be in on just being the weirdo. Nickelback, on the other hand,
no, they were not.
They were not self-aware, and they were asked about it numerous times. And
they
the
were
level
touring
of hostility.
Australia. They were touring Australia at the time, in a Sydney morning radio show that had Nickelback on to promote their concert that night. Asked Chad Kroeger about Jesse. And Jesse was on the line, like he was going to be like, and here's the guy. And Chad Kroeger was not amused at all.
Shut it down.
He actually accused me in the Daily Mail, which is a UK tabloid, of embezzling the money. He actually said, I heard this guy's taking the money. And but all that to say is this, like, if you're going to have the persona of just being like the most ridiculous artist in your field, whether that's Nickelback in modern rock or Nicolas Cage in acting, at least be self-aware about it. Have a little fun with it.
Hey, what's the movie title name? Tyler?
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Oh, the Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
So there.
I mean, we get you, Nick. Yeah.
But
love it.
I think that I love the self-awareness. Yeah.
He's a nephew of Francis Ford Coppola, right?
He's a
this
Coppola,
man is like
yeah.
Hollywood royalty. His uncle directed Godfather, all the Godfathers, and Apocalypse Now. So he's like he comes with a lot of he does come with an unbearable weight that he has completely separated himself from deliberately. He took the name Cage to put a little distance between him and Derek. Do you know where he got the name Cage?
Nah, I just looked it up. I'm like, wow, I didn't even know this was his nephew. No,
Luke Cage.
for real?
He wanted to be. He decided to take the Luke Cage name to give himself a little distance there. But now he's his own guy. Now he's very much his own.
I had no clue that this was his uncle. This is crazy.
Yeah.
There's some great anecdotes about the Coppola winery, where Francis Ford Coppola has this winery out in Northern California, and he would bring all of his nephews and grandchildren in. Sofia Coppola, Jason Schwartzman, and there's the whole Coppola crew. Jason Schwartzman has a great anecdote. They were like, well, would your cousin Nicolas Cage come? They're like, oh yeah, he would always come, but he was insane back then too. And we were like, crazy Uncle Nick Cage is coming to in our little winery theater productions. But yeah, I think it's great, man. I'm all for Nick Cage.
I can't wait.
Being Nick Cage.
Can't wait. It comes out in April of next year.
Oh, we have to wait so long.
Day. Opening day.
Well, we're bringing you the cutting edge of entertainment news. I would say the intersection of faith and culture, but there's probably no faith element to this. It's just great. Just
we
culture.
have faith in Nicolas Cage.
Faith in humanity that this is made. That it restores that.
All right. Well, thanks, Tyler. There's a lot more that we're covering. Follow Relevant on all the socials and make sure that relevantmagazine.com is part of your daily web browsing. Thanks, man.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, stay tuned. Up next, Emily joins us, and we actually tell you about the new issue of Relevant.
I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong.
You're listening to John Mark McMillan. The song is Make You Feel My Love. Well, I said at the beginning of the show, it's a big week here at the old Relevant Media Group. Our winter digital issue is out now. If you've been following along for the last 20 years of our existence, we had a print magazine for 17 of them. Went on hiatus right around COVID. And rethought our strategy moving forward, and now are fully in that new era where we have 4 digital issues for free, long form magazine journalism, and it all culminates with an annual print edition, perfect for coffee tables, which is in pre-order now. It'll be shipping in January, our very first edition of our annual edition. But our winter digital issue, 21-22, released this week. And joining us to tell you all about it for a couple of minutes is our senior editor, Tyler Huckabee, who's still here.
Howdy.
And our associate editor downtown, Emily Brown. Hey.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
Are you saying hey, y'all to me and Tyler or to the listeners?
Yeah.
Who's the y'all in that sentence?
Well, y'all is you all. And in Texas, y'all is not necessarily just plural. You can use it like in singular use.
So you and me, we have a meeting and I'll be like, hey, Emily, and you go, hey, y'all, to me?
Yeah, maybe not.
I was like, I think Texans are misusing it. I'm in the South. Anyway, all right. Well, you guys did an amazing job putting together this issue. I will say this, publishing, this is issue 108. So officially 108 issues of Relevant Magazine over the years. This is probably the most star-studded lineup that we've ever put together. We always have stars, but to have so many of them and not knowing how to properly market all of them is a new and wonderful challenge. Thanks for making the creative team's life difficult on this issue by chalking it full of too much amazing stuff.
That's what we're here for.
Embarrassment of riches in this issue.
There you go. Great problem to have. Well, what we want to do take a couple minutes and just tell you guys a little bit behind the scenes on the issue, a little bit of what you can expect. You can go over to relevantmagazine.com, click on the magazine tab, and it's available right there for free, that you can read everything you're going to hear here. But since, I like lifting the veil. Mm-hmm. I like, letting people in on the process a little bit. So first things first, we'll kick it off. The cover story is with none other than Hollywood A-lister Andrew Garfield. Having kind of a moment this year. Sure. He seems like he's in a bunch of amazing projects. I mean, he was in Jim Baker, and he's Spider-Man, and he's in Tick, Tick, Boom. It's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, we sit down and talk to Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, I got to talk to him, and he really is, and this sounds like something that you're just kind of supposed to say, but I do mean it. He's really one of my favorite celebrity interviews that you can get. He's such a thoughtful, interesting person. And there's never a wasted question with that guy. When you ask him something, he really takes his time and he delivers really thoughtful responses. And I've been thinking a lot about what he told me from our conversation. Could not at this moment for the right now have a better guy on the cover than Andrew.
We also have a couple of A-listers coming out with new movies this Christmas. Denzel Washington talks to us about his faith. Mm-hmm. Man, he is such a he was. I don't get intimidated too much or too easily. Was a little intimidated to be just even on this wasn't a person. This was over a screen. It was a Zoom situation. But man, I don't know if you've ever been in the presence of somebody who just has total and complete confidence in who they are. That's Denzel Washington, but talking to him, he was very, very gracious. He was exceedingly humble. It was actually something that we talked about a little bit, and I really appreciate. He's proud of how humble he is.
Yeah, I mean, he said, direct quote, most humble person in this entire conversation between me and Tom.
That's the headline.
That's how we ran with it.
The world's most humble person.
His new movie. Yeah. He's obviously in Macbeth, the Joel Cohen adaptation of the Shakespeare play, and he also directed A Journal for Jordan, which is out on Christmas Day.
Man, crazy. Also coming out on Christmas Day is the new film starring Zachary Levi. Some of you may know Zachary Levi as Shazam. Some of you may know him as Chuck from NBC days. But he's now playing his hero, Rams NFL quarterback Kurt Warner, and a biopic about his life.
Yeah, it was really exciting to talk with him. It was funny because I'm admittedly not a huge football fan, but it was really, I'm definitely interested in seeing this film, even though I'm not, like I said, not a big football fan. But what was really surprising was he is so genuine with his faith that this might have been the easiest interview I've ever done, because it did not take really any prompting for me to get him to talk about his faith. And that was just really refreshing to see someone who's so big in Hollywood, but just genuinely has this heart for the Lord and wants to share that with audiences. And so it was really great. And he's a very inspiring person, definitely.
Years ago, when he was in his Chuck heyday, he was on the cover of Relevant. And I remember he was the first, a second true A-lister to invite us into their home. And we did the photo shoot for the cover story at his house. And I remember he crawled out on the roof. He was just game. We had a great time with him, and it was an amazing cover story.
Nice
but you're right. He's nice, open, and very open about his faith. Very, very cool. You know who else? You mentioned that you're not a huge football fan. You know who else is not a huge football fan? Lin-Manuel Miranda is in the issue. I'm kidding. I don't know. I just
assume he's in the musical theater. Are we going to roll with that one?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah. I don't know if he's a football fan. Yeah.
I have no idea, but I assume he's probably not. He's more interested in the creative arts.
But yeah,
we talked to the one and only.
The one and only.
Yeah, he's one of the busiest. He talks in the piece about literally his year has been editing this movie during the day, and at night I'm writing songs for this movie. And how this guy keeps pumping out great art, I have no idea.
And for him to talk about, he talked about that and the humble beginning. He didn't come from a family that wasn't one of those legacy guys who got into Hollywood through an open door. He was turning it out as a waiter while writing a play, and now he's Lin-Manuel Miranda, and him revisiting that journey. Super interesting, and I would say honestly too, very inspiring.
we don't have a lot of musical theater in the magazine, so that's kind of new for us. Also new for us, we don't have a lot of HGTV stars in the magazine, but we do this issue. Leanne Ford. Hey, I'll tell y'all, I'm an HGTV fan. I've home reno, home design. I love that stuff. Leanne Ford's my favorite personality on the channel because she's actually got like this really cool kind of mid-century modern style about her, which is not common on that channel. And so I've always been a fan of her aesthetic. And then to find out she's got this strong faith and, we talked to her is really cool.
I remember you said, I went to you, Cameron, and I was like, I think we have an opportunity. Somebody from HGTV reached out and they're offering us somebody. And I was ready to like put it in the no thanks pile. And you were like, yeah, we didn't really get into that. We don't really do a lot of HGTV unless it's this one person.
Unless it's Leanne Ford.
And I was like,
if it's Leanne Ford, it is Leanne Ford.
Yeah, we agree. And I'm glad we did because it ended up being, it was really, really good. And I really do. She's very, very good. As somebody who doesn't know a lot about that world, her designs are amazing, like really cool to look. Like I really enjoyed doing the research for
She did give some good life advice.
Yeah, good life advice.
She helped you with your home reno project that you're working on right now. Yeah, her story is cool too. Just like moving back home to Pittsburgh and just kind of like pouring herself into that community and those homes is really neat. Anyway, we have, we're known for music and culture and stuff. We have some great artists, St. Motels in the issue. Shad, who we've been fans of for years, making great hip hop up in Canada. In fact, here's a clip of Shad's new album.
Canada heat getting hotter than a Panama beach in a Canada goose. Weekend of Canada beat. Who's speaking Canada's truth? Who's standing for peace? I'm from the home of the slaves in the land that was teeth. A lot of broken and lost souls on this planet of freaks.
Just throwing that in there to kind of like, tease y'all. If you want to go read the conversation with Shad.
It was a good conversation.
His album's great.
Smart guy.
Yeah, we also have Brandon Lake, another artist we love in the issue. And we have some think pieces. I mean, obviously it's a new year, so we talk how to be kind of a new you in the new year. A lot of us are thinking about that this time of year. We talk about mental health and faith. And speaking of faith, we talk about deconstruction. This has been a topic online a lot. If you follow Tyler on Twitter, you know that this has been a topic online a lot. And it's like, deconstruction doesn't mean that you're just throwing the baby out with the bathwater with your faith. It can actually be a very healthy and strengthening part of your faith journey. And that's what we talk about with deconstruction in this issue. If that's something you're starting to ask those big questions, read that piece. Definitely want to read that piece. On the positive church note side, we have a piece on all these churches that are making the news because they're working in their communities to end medical debt. It's a crazy trend and we love it. And we spotlight it in the issue. We talked to Kirsten Powers, a political pundit, on how to have grace for the people that are hard to like in your life. Maybe a very timely conversation for people dreading holiday conversations at home. And we also talked to author Dante Stewart on moving past racial reconciliation. Like, what's next? Okay, America has been talking about this for a year or two now. Now what? Where do we go? And he is brilliant in his what he has to say.
Dante.
Yeah, it's a great collection of content. It's what you've loved from Relevant for the last 15 years, this long-form, thoughtful content at the intersection of faith and culture. And man, this issue is just one for the books. So go check it out. You guys did a great job. Thank you for everything you poured into it. Listeners, go check it out. It's at relevantmagazine.com. Click on the magazine tab, and it's available for free. All right. Thanks, guys. Stay tuned. Up next, Zachary Levi joins us.
Oh, come let us adore him. Oh, come let us adore him. Kneel right down before him. Adore him. Oh, come let us adore him. Oh, come let us adore him. Kneel right down before him. Adore him. We adore him. Let's adorn him. Jewel shine in the light. We need more of him. Can't afford it.
You're listening to 116, Tadashi, Cass, and No Big Deal. The song is O Come. It is also, like all the music you're hearing these couple weeks, on our Relevant Christmas, a very relevant Christmas Spotify playlist. Go check it out. Well, our guest today is none other than Zachary Levi. He's the actor you know from Chuck and movies like Disney's Tangled and, of course, Shazam. He's starring as NFL Hall of Famer Kurt Warner in the new movie American Underdog. It comes out on Christmas Day. We sat down with him to discuss how his faith played a huge influence in taking on this role and how a message of hope is something we all need to hear right now. Here is our conversation with Zachary Levi.
Football. Tell me about that. As long as I have a ball in my hands, I feel alive. Kind of like how I feel right now.
I'm staying here. I got work to do.
Work? The NFL's not going to draft some dude from the 1AA school in Iowa.
There were other offers.
I called every team in the NFL. No one's interested. Can I get one of your applications? I promised that I would take care of you and the kids. So that is exactly what I'm going to do.
If this is your dream, don't give up on it.
Okay, well, I'm really excited for this movie. And I'd really like to know what drew you to this role.
Oh, man. I mean, so many things. Unemployment was one. That was a huge draw. Well, listen, I mean, a few moons ago when I was slightly younger and Kurt was slightly younger, I was watching all this play out in real time. I mean, it was very inspirational. Particularly as a person of faith, you were like, oh my gosh, like look at all this Cinderella story playing out, and and the acknowledgement that he gives to his faith and to God, and I don't know, it was very powerful, it was very cool. Everybody, whether you were a person of faith or not, it was still like this insane, story. Most people have a version in their mind, some idea of who Kurt is or who Brenda is or who their kids might even be. But this movie, I think, really helps you to build so much more empathy for their whole journey of where they were, where they really were, how much they were struggling, scraping change out of, car doors to go get gas. I mean, these are things that, by the way, are not all that uncommon. There are a lot. I mean, I was doing that at one point in my life. A lot of people do that in their life. And I think that's why this movie, part of the reason why it resonates so much, because it's, it shows the struggle. It shows the struggle of being working class and middle America. And, it's a love letter to all that. It's saying like, we acknowledge that, we see that. And also don't give up on that passion, that dream, that vision that God gave you. Like, Kurt, when he was a kid and he knew that he was going to be that.
Kurt Warner, you got the whole package, kid. The world just needs more time to see it.
He came up with this whole arena concept.
Arena football.
It's like a circus.
People love the circus.
I like the circus.
When I was a kid, I knew that God was like, you're going to be an actor one day. I was like, okay, I'm going to go do this thing. And I am. But it was also partly because I never gave up on it, because I really, really believed that. I believed in that promise or that feeling or that, whatever that vision or whatever that dream is. And I also believed in myself. I believed that I had those talents. I could sense them in myself, and they were validated to me every time I would do a play or musical or do something, and I would have people come to me and say, You've got a talent for this. And I knew that was always God talking through somebody else, encouraging me along the way. And Kurt had some of those people too. And he also had to go through a lot of people who didn't have any faith in him and keep pursuing and persisting. So all of that stuff, all of that makes it something that, you want to do.
You mentioned that this story kind of gives a different side of Kurt that a lot of people don't know. So was there anything that you learned about Kurt while you were going through this that surprised you or just was kind of shocking to you?
Yeah, I mean, I learned that he hated country music for a long time, which, who is this person? I mean, I could sing almost word for word all of Garth Brooks' greatest hits. I'm not lying. I love me some country. That guy. He does like country now, though. Brenda got him. No, honestly, I learned a lot about just who he was. Again, the public we all knew the football side of the story. You know that stuff for the most part. You could bullet point it. There were lots of interviews and stuff given at that time. But to actually get into the nitty gritty of the various, moments, particularly between him and Zach, Brenda's son, and he and Brenda, and all of their backstory and her parents and them struggling together and his relationship with his mom and his father and all of these things, you learn so much more. I mean, it's more empathy, right? The more we learn about, the more we walk in another's shoes, the more all you're doing is going, oh, I see you more as a human being. The thing that we all ought to be doing far more of right now. We need so much more empathy. It's actually one of my favorite things about being an actor is that, it really it's kind of hinged on. It's like the crux of your job. You got to figure out what it means to be an entirely different person and bring them to life as the hero in their own journey, even if you're a bad guy, because every villain is the hero in their journey somehow. Fortunately for me, I wasn't playing a villain. I was playing this super awesome guy who has such great conviction and stick-to-itiveness and again faith in himself, the drive in him, never giving up, and always like walking that in integrity. And that was really cool. I believed a lot of that of him. I didn't know that. And then to see all of that kind of, in the script and be able to hang with Kurt and Brenda are friends of mine now. Like, it's so cool.
All my life, I've defined myself through sports. I've always come up empty.
Coach, I can win for you. You need to start thinking about life after football, son.
We gave you that chance. We're letting you go.
What is something that you hope, when audiences see this, what do you hope that they walk away from this, taking from this movie?
Yeah. Hope, inspiration overall, however, look, I think movies always have an opportunity, whether they're real life Cinderella story biopics or complete fiction, they all have the opportunity to inspire, to generally inspire audience goers to do something, whether it means to inspire them to go create themselves or inspire them to be a better person or inspire them to have more faith or inspire them to have deeper hope, whatever that is. I want people to walk away with some manner of inspiration when they leave this film. But I do think a lot of that will come in the form of hope, of being able to recognize that as much as sometimes we would love to believe that we know and should be in control of the timing of our life, that's just not true. It's not. And it doesn't matter what faith you are or if you are of no faith at all. That's true of everyone. Nobody gets to time this stuff out. But what is true is that a lot of that journey, like in toward the end of the film when Dick Vermeil is talking to Kurt and he's like, how long were you out there in the wilderness? And away from the game, like Kurt was. Like he should have gone from college into the NFL, and that didn't happen. And so then it was in the wilderness. And what was he doing out there? Like, God, what am I doing out here? And God's just like, just trust me. Just keep on that path because you're about to learn some stuff that you didn't know, and you weren't going to learn it anywhere else. And that's, I think, one of the biggest takeaways of this movie. It's like, yeah, duh. We all think, what is it? We make plans and God laughs. I mean, it's that simple. And because he had to go through some other trials and tribulations, it helped him become a better man and therefore a better quarterback.
Kurt Warner out of the Arena League. It's one of those stories that's too good for the movies. The perfect guy here. He was bagging groceries 5 years ago.
You go out there and you show the world what I've known all along. You were born for this.
That was Zachary Levi. You can read more from that conversation in our new winter edition of Relevant. It's available now. RelevantMagazine.com. Go check it out. It's free. Stay tuned. Up next, it's your feedback and a very special surprise.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go.
You're listening to Lauren Dangle. Song is Jingle Bells. Okay, well, it's time for your feedback. But like I said at the beginning of the show, we have a little follow-up to last week's feedback segment. So Sarah's Tames Bears. What's her real name, Clark?
Sarah Fitz.
Sarah Fitz, listener Sarah Fitz. Hey, Sarah, thanks for listening. She was unable to join us live, but she did send in ice cream predictions. This apparently is her great skill that she thinks she deserves more recognition for. And so we're giving her the opportunity of blowing our minds. Here's how we're going to do it. She recorded individual predictions. So we'll tee it up. We will give our answer and then play her prediction. So then you guys will see, so we're not influenced by what she says. So Clark told me that I am up first. My favorite ice cream, I got to be honest with you, I haven't had ice cream in probably 15, 20 years. But back then, maybe last time I had it, Rocky Road would maybe be the one. Rocky Road? I don't know. All right, so Clark, let's play her first clip. Let's hear the prediction that she has for me.
Hi, my name's Sarah. You might also know me from social media as Sarah's Tames Bears. I wish I could tell you that there is some really cool background story with that, but there's not. I just came up with it when I was 17 and based off of my nickname, which is Sarah's, short for Sarah, chose it, and I've been using it ever since for everything. So anyway, I did also listen to Friday's podcast episode, and I totally agree. I think Sarah's Tames Bears should be a children's book. So, without further ado, I will get into it.
All right, let's go.
I'm going to start off with Cameron. I think that Cameron is a mint and chip kind of guy. Usually, the mint and chip people are very exacting. They're very orderly. They try to be precise with things. And when it comes to parenting, they can be a little bit on the strict side. So, mint and chip, orderly human. That's what I think about Cameron.
This is like the Enneagram ice cream lady.
I like her thought process. She just doesn't know me, because if she saw my house,
know what she said about me.
If she saw my parenting style, I'm like, I grew up in a strict home, so the pendulum swung the other way. So I'm, yeah. Well, I like her thinking though.
Yeah, to your point, Jamie, I think he is a rocky road, but he definitely has a mint chocolate chip wing.
Right.
For sure.
She was talking me into it. I'm like,
yeah,
I would probably like mint chocolate chip.
I do love this.
Yeah. No, that was great. Okay, who's up next, Clark?
We got Jamie.
Jamie, what's your favorite ice cream?
Well, I was telling you guys I feel sorry for Sarah because I don't know that I like have a favorite ice cream that I could just say off the bat. And I'm like you, Cameron, I don't really like ice cream that much. But if I were going to walk into an ice cream store and get a little ice cream, I would get something with peanut butter in it. That's what I would do. So there's that.
Okay. Peanut butter ice cream situation.
The next one, I'm going to go for Jamie. So I think that Jamie is a salted caramel ribbon kind of person. I think that she's the kind of person who is a friend of the people. That's our salted caramel people. They really are all about community. They're all about helping others succeed, and they're very group focused. They're also the kind of person where if you're having a party and you invite them over, that you tell them, don't bring anything, truly. Like, you just bring yourself. They're for sure going to bring something just because they can't not, contribute. So I think that that's Jamie, a salted caramel ice cream person.
This is hilarious, you guys.
I think Sarah needs her up. You know how, and I'm not making any statements, but you know how, astrology was having a moment, a year ago?
I felt like we were hearing horoscopes. Just said, I do. Yeah.
But, she could be, if she launched a podcast that was just her breaking down personality types associated with. Yeah, I'm in.
Hey, I'm on that.
Okay, the funny thing is about the salted, the reason I like peanut butter is because I'm more of a salty type. I like chips over ice cream, and the peanut butter gives that to me. So look, she was kind of maybe 10% right.
There you go. All right, who's next?
All right, we got Derek.
Derek, what's your favorite ice cream?
Here we go.
You're an ice cream guy too.
I'm a bougie person, so you know what I'm saying.
We did say it has to be a flavor that anyone could walk in.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. So I'm gonna just say, and it's this. I'm just gonna throw her for a loop. If she get this one, I don't know. Butter pecan. I really like butter pecan.
Butter pecan. Yeah. I do like that.
Next person is Derek. I think that Derek is a chocolate person. So chocolate fudge or chocolate peanut butter kind of ice cream person. And the reason I think that is that chocolate peanut butter / chocolate ice cream people are very all or nothing. They're go-getters. They're work hard, play hard kind of people. If they're going to do ice cream, they're going to do ice cream. So I don't think that there's any just have some vanilla, whatever. It's no, if we're doing it, we're doing it. And I think that's experience.
Derek. I like that.
See? Butter pecan's doing it. I mean, yeah. Sarah.
If y'all don't tell me, this girl told me I like chocolate because I'm black.
Sarah, I take it back about that podcast.
Hey, you can cut it if it's gonna be embarrassing. If it's gonna be embarrassing, cut it. But I thought that was I can't miss an opportunity to make things awkward and funny. That's just really that's like my spiritual gift. I'm sorry.
I think Sarah can take it.
Yes, Sarah. Hey, funny. Sarah, I love you, baby. Sarah's hilarious.
But I like her thinking though. I like her thinking like you're like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
like,
a fact.
Yeah,
I'm very much that way. But honestly, chocolate, like dark extra chocolate. Now I rock with the peanut butter though. I ain't gonna lie. I mess with peanut butter a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not a big chocolatey guy though. Honest.
But I do like about your actual answer and her reasoning is that it's a thing of like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to have something special. You know,
she got me down to the science because I'm bougie. So, you know, hey, look, for sure.
That's good.
Yeah, she got me down. Yeah. If I'm going to eat, that's why I don't really eat a lot of fast food because I'm like, if I'm going to eat a burger, I want something locally made by this guy who like this job is his only thing he has. He's mastering burgers and that's the burger I want to eat. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she got me. Shout out to Sarah. You know what I'm saying?
I like it. All right. So Jesse's the last one. What's your favorite ice cream?
I mean, I'm always a big vanilla bean. I love vanilla, but I think if I had to say a favorite, I'm going to go cookies and cream because vanilla with Oreo, right? I mean, who doesn't like Oreo? I can mow down a sleeve of Oreos in a heartbeat. So cookies and cream, I'm going to go with.
And last but certainly not least, Jesse. I think that Jesse is a vanilla birthday cake kind of person. And I think that because these people are fun, they're whimsical, they're kind of like off the walls, will try anything once. Another thing to know about these people is over the age of 9, slight possibility that they are a raging sociopath. So I'm not saying this is you. You know, that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
Clark, just keep that in mind, okay? If you have a person like this in your life, you know, maybe do a double look, okay? But for the most part, these people are fun. They're awesome. Great humans.
I didn't know. Sarah.
Wow.
Sarah, why you do that to him, Sarah?
She zigged when I thought she was going to zag there for sure.
Hey, look, that's like one of them M. Night Shyamalan twists. You know?
She's like, listen, it's full of whimsy, and
Jamie's fun at a party, Jesse's a psychopath, and Derek's black. That's basically what she said.
Jesse, what do you think about her making that podcast still?
Sarah, yes, make the podcast.
Hey,
make the podcast.
Fun, but if this person isn't a child, they're likely a sociopath. So, it's Jesse and Donald J. Trump are sitting there enjoying their birthday cake batter like a couple, lunatics. Thanks a lot, Sarah.
Listen to your homeboy, Derek. Go on, start your podcast. I'm trying to tell you. This is amazing. This is amazing.
That was funny.
Yes,
why is that? Everyone's positive. Like Derek's a go-getter, Cameron's orderly. Jamie's like this, community oriented. Oh, and one's a psycho, straight up sociopath. As he's gotten older, his ability to know the difference between right and wrong has totally vanished. He is a straight up clinical definition of a sociopath.
Because he likes birthday cake ice cream.
Because this sicko who is somehow not institutionalized is out there just eating birthday cake ice cream. Going to Dairy Queen. Like the public menace that he is. He's a danger to himself and society with all this birthday cake. These are meant for birthdays, not all year round. Only a sociopath would indulge outside of their birthday week.
Yeah, that's right.
And that was some Barry Sanders juking. I ain't gonna lie, she juked it.
I was like intently listening. I was like, oh, what little, flattery will I?
Oh my gosh.
Wait, this person is.
Yes.
Well, here's what I want to know from
That's
her.
one of them
She
good
said
belly laughs.
she came up with Sarah's Tame's Bears when she was 17. That was her social media name, and she just rolled with it. She's well into her adulthood now, and she's stuck with this. Something from 17 that made her laugh, or some story or something like that. I love those. The people who still have that email address that they set up, or the AOL or whatever, I love that. I want to know the story behind Sarah's Tame's Bears. I want to know what happened to 17.
I don't. Who cares?
She fell out your good graces, bro.
She slandered
that
me.
was a quick
She slandered
turn.
me. She slandered me,
every,
Cameron.
every time one of our predictions was read, Jesse's smile just got bigger and bigger, anticipating his prediction. Like it was every time he's like, "Oh yeah, I can't wait for mine."
Let's be honest. We're surprised this person isn't in prison right now.
Yeah, because what kind of psychopath would be eating birthday cake ice cream when it's not their birthday? I love that.
Yeah, it's all about you and your birthday, isn't it?
Hey Jesse, I just watched the wind go out of your cells when she was reading.
His jaw dropped.
Who is this person? Who is this person?
Oh man!
We both looked at. I'm sorry. We both looked at each other when she said vanilla. Was like, yes. She got it.
She's getting it, man. She knows me. She knows me, guys. This is the only one that's been really close. Like, she gets me. What does she have to say? Unpack this, Sarah.
Seen, Jesse. You were like, I feel seen today.
Yeah, last time I checked, Sarah, the Enneagram didn't make people feel bad. So maybe check your methodology. Maybe you're the sociopath, Sarah.
Oh man. All right. Well, it's time for your feedback. Last week, we asked you what's something that you watched or enjoyed as a kid that you realized meant something different as an adult. Not a ton of you wanted to fess up, but there's a few replies. And here's a few of our favorites.
Well, this one isn't really, I don't think it was more a revelation of why is his parents letting him watch this later in life. But the couple scenes that involved Clark Griswold, let's just say, flirtatious ways and that were not appropriate for children. Brendan Spencer didn't realize till later in life, like, maybe I shouldn't as a child be watching this. I say this as a parent who just watched Christmas Vacation with their 8 and 6-year-old. But fair point, Brendan. Maybe I am a sociopath.
Bethany said that she's watched Breakfast at Tiffany's hundreds of times since her childhood, and then only recently realized that Holly is a call girl. I don't think I knew that.
I've never even seen that movie.
I've never seen it. I'm sorry.
Well, actually, from there, your answers got a little off the rails. Not safe for little ears. So we're not gonna continue reading them. If you want to chime in, you can go check out last week's question of the week. Okay, so it's time for this week's
editorial question of the week.
So Sarah's Tame's Bears just kind of threw that little thing out there that, like, oh, there's not, it was a name I picked out when I was 17 and thought it was funny. And I thought most of us have that. Most of us have that email address or that AOL Messenger name or something that we picked out when we were younger, and we just rolled with it. We still use the email address. And there's a story behind it, or there's a band you were super into or something like that. So we want to know, what's your social media handle or email account name that you still use that you picked out when you were younger and it's pretty embarrassing. Tell us what it is and tell us the origin story of why you picked that name. That's what we want to know. Hit us up on Twitter at Relevant Podcast or wherever you see us post the question, and we'll read our favorites on next week's show. Well, before we wrap it up, I want to thank Zachary Levi for joining us today. Make sure to check out his new film, American Underdog, on Christmas Day, and read the full feature with him in the digital issue of Relevant. The winter edition is out now, available for free at relevantmagazine.com. Just click on the magazine tab. Like you said, like you heard earlier, Andrew Garfield's in it, Denzel Washington's in it, Leanne Ford's in it, Zachary Levi's in it. Tons of amazing content. Don't miss it. Tell your friends, post about it, share it, help us get the word out. The new issue of Relevant is here. Also, hey, you want to hold it in your hands? You want the tangible? Well, you can pre-order the annual print edition of Relevant. It's available still for pre-order. It's going to ship in January. You can go over to relevantstore.com and it's available there for 20% off while it's on pre-order. You might want to go get that before the price goes up. And while you're there, check out our latest merch. We've got sweatshirts and podcast swag, and every Friday we're updating it with new designs and new gear. Don't want to miss it. RelevantStore.com, print edition, new digital edition, so much going on. Also, make sure to follow Relevant on all the socials so you don't miss a thing. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and make RelevantMagazine.com part of your daily web browsing. Why not? On that note, we'll wrap it. I'm Cameron Strang.
I am the psychotic Jesse Carey.
I'm Jamie Ivey.
I'm Derek Minor.
I'm surprised you didn't go, and I'm black. No, I'm kidding.
That's what I should have said, man. You got me, bro.
Oh, man. All right, we'll see you on Tuesday. Have a great weekend before Christmas, everyone.
Thanks for listening to the Relevant Podcast. Check out our features, interviews, and news updates every day at relevantmagazine.com. And make sure to follow Relevant on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for the latest. For more great podcasts, browse the shows on the Relevant Podcast Network, which you can find at our site. And while you're there, don't miss the all-new era of Relevant Magazine. A new issue releases every other month at relevantmagazine.com.
If this person isn't a child, they're likely a sociopath.
Relevant Podcast Network.